How do you measure success? Encounters? Kills? Time spent with friends? Experience? It's not always easy.
They stole my trail camera. Like, why?
And it's not always a highlight reel.
The first time to be seen a stand and he seen me. No, it must just be going for 3 times the charm or something, I don't know.
Stealth Cam presents Dean Partridge's Canadian Whitetail, brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. Excalibur crossbow, the most durable and accurate crossbows on Earth. The Heater bodysuit, the ultimate cold weather hunting garment. Nocturnal lighted nocks, switch on accuracy and let it glow. The Raculator, score your trophy fast, easy, and accurate. Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe. Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters. New archery products, hunt with confidence. Hoyman, your land, your legacy. Tacticam, share your hunt. Old Timer knives, built for generations. And by Stealth Cam, proven reliability, proven quality, proven performance.
Our time in the field is some of our most cherished time, and that's regardless of how well or poor things are going. Because in any event, we're there. We're enjoying these beautiful animals in the incredible places they call home. It's never been about the kill, about the single success, even when given the opportunity. And that's what we're going to share with you this week. Steve and I's 2018 season, starting on the last day of the 2017 season.
What we love most is heading out, scouting, getting to watch these deer. Learning all we can so we can formulate a plan. And then the eventual work, setting up, getting ready for a fall of memories. Enjoying every moment. Here is where it's determined if a hunt will be successful and if the preparation was correct.
You see me putting up here because Steve and I have hunted together for years. We've got a great relationship. There's one point of tension, and that's the brush loops. And Steve thinks they're the best thing ever, and I hate them because it snows and they catch the snow here, collapses the roof. So if you ever go to one of our blinds and you want to know who set it up, just check the brush loops. If there's brush in there, Steve set it up, go to a different spot. If there's no brush there, that means I set it up and you're probably gonna kill a big deer there. So it's just a little tech tip of the week.
Big whitetail?
And when fall finally comes, it's time for high fives, getting to be there on these hunts, enjoying and sharing the deer woods.
Bailey, we did it, got him.
Along the way, filming and experiencing hunts for some of the biggest whitetails to ever call the woods home.
Is the 100th episode of Canadian Whitetail that Steve and I have filmed.
As much as we enjoy other success, Steve and I both dust off the bow or crossbow from time to hunt for ourselves.
Thanks, buddy. We got her done.
That's a pretty incredible deer.
Isn't he something?
The tines on this side are just enormous, eh?
Yeah.
That deer he's as old as the hills and older than some.
Oh, what a stud. Oh my, oh my.
He's right there.
Oh boy. Wow. Wow, look at him. Smoker.
What do you say?
Wow.
You know, like.
How fortunate we've been to live this dream year after year, and this week we share Steve and I's 2018 season.
This segment brought to you by AAE. Innovation and integrity is in our blood. Quality and dependability is in our products. This segment of Canadian Whitetail has been brought to you by Bog. More than just a shooting rest. Bog, engineered for the unknown.
We'll start 2018 where last year ended, on the last day of the 2017 season. We'd seen lots of deer, some world class, just not the target buck, and not the right species. Thus bringing an end to 2018 with plans for the next fall already in the works.
And all that is a pretty incredible deer. And it's also the end of our season, so here's the next year and we've got a whole year of preparation to go. Just the wrong species, that's all. We just got settled in. It's the opening day in this zone. And we got the cameraman in training with us. There's two bucks here, there's two nice bucks here. One that we want to have a look at. There's a 3x4 with giant brow tines, old buck, he's pretty cool. It'd be nice to film him. Wind's not great, we got the ozonics running. I think we're alright.
With rain settling in, we packed up for the evening.
It's pouring here now. The deer really slowed down, so I think we're going to pack up.
"20 miles away, Steve was heading in for his own day one.
Night number one for this guy. Let's see what happens.
Shortly into the evening, Steve sees this up-and-comer.
Cool buck, but nope, that's a big pass on him. Not interested in that young fellow. We're going to be leaving him alone for a few years.
It's day 2. It's almost a month later though, hey? So after day 1, we got Taylor, Cole, Bailey, all out hunting. So we were a little bit busy. But it's October now and we're back. Just see what we make out, hey? Just gotta try right.
Again, it was a slower evening with no encounters with a big old buck.
I'm at one of our regular old favorite spots. Wind's perfect for here. It's an east-northeast wind.
Shortly after getting settled, this nice 8 makes an appearance, nervously watching the field to the left. The buck postures and makes a scrape, still watching the field. As time passes, Steve sees what the buck was watching when off the field walks a mature 9-point that we know well, and named Cranky for obvious reasons. Steve, not interested, passes on the big fella, and true to the deer's name of Cranky, he leaves, posturing the entire way.
Welcome to this week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment. Locate, learn, set up, hunt. Brought to you by Muddy Outdoors.
A lot of people worry about the disturbance that it creates when you come in and do these plots. And that's just part of life. You know, we came in and we've been building the plot. We're running late, we're almost running out of time to seed, so it's almost August, we're just barely getting seed in the ground, and the season opens in a month. Is that gonna affect the deer? It probably is. But the way we look at it is the long-term net benefit for the deer. This year we got behind, we didn't get the seeded in time, we're doing everything late, it's gonna bother the deer, it's gonna set our season back hunting here. But at the end of the day, when you look at next year, the year after, and the years going forward in the future, this plot in this area is gonna improve the habitat here for the deer in such a great way that it's worth the sacrifice now. So deer are really adaptable. I don't think it's going to take them that long to become accustomed to all the work we did here. At the end of the day, it's long-term gains. And that's your Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment for the week.
This week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment has been brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Share your own muddy moment. This segment of Canadian Whitetail has been brought to you by Glendale, the only 3D target with a replaceable 4-sided core. Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe.
I jumped into a different blind. I've actually been waiting all year to get in here. There's quite a few different bucks coming here.
Early in the evening, Steve sees a buck that he had wanted to film, an ancient old buck with flyers on the back of his G2.
Well, that's the flyer buck. I'm gonna pass on him though, I'm not gonna shoot him. Just not quite what I was hoping he'd be. But cool deer, real cool.
As October passed with no encounters with bucks that we'd wanted to see, November would arrive. Now late season, new pressures brought new movement, and we'd made new plans.
But he's at the rock blind and he's at the river bottom, so he's making his rounds.
Well, it's November 20th. It's opening day for late season. And essentially, it's almost like it's my first day. I got out a couple days early in the year with the boy, just to sit and watch deer and kind of enjoy that with him. We've had quite a year this year, but all the kids got really good deer before in the early season. And then went up to the outfitting camp, and our hunters have been having great hunts up there. But we always say that our life is built around deer hunting, and sometimes that changes, you know. We lost Jason this year in a plane accident. That close to fall, that kind of changed our fall for us. Just late last week, one of our head guides, Joe, young guy, 19, wasn't feeling good. Took him to the hospital. Within 12 hours, they are diagnosed with acute leukemia, so nobody would like it if we sat around and pouted, so it's late season, it's snowy, it's cold. It's my favorite time of year, and I'm in one of my favorite spots that I love to hunt. Stevie's out too. If nothing else, we're just going to enjoy it. That is part of life when you hunt mostly public land. It's only the third time he's drove by today. The first time or two he's seen the stand and he's seen me. Now I must just be going for 3 times the charm or something, I don't know.
This is the first day of the Saskatchewan regular late season. This year things were a little different. Things got changed up a bit. So it kind of messed up with our plans a little bit this year and our routine. Beautiful Saskatchewan buck, but nope, not on my list. A couple years from now he could be. There was just 3 shots simultaneously off here to the southeast. It didn't sound good. That's the way the little buck left, or that buck left when he left here. So I'm guessing some other hunter took a crack at him. We hunt a lot of public land and in a lot of public areas. Whoever got that buck, I'm hoping he's extremely happy with him. You know, at least I got to film him for the last 2 minutes of his life.
This segment of Canadian Whitetail is brought to you by Nockturnal Lighted Nocks. Nockturnal Lighted Nocks, string activated, simple, switch on accuracy, and let it glow. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by Central Boiler Outdoor Furnaces, the ultimate wood heat, Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology, Thermoseed, stay outdoors, Tinks, makers of the world's finest deer lures and scents, Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow, Custom Bow Equipment, and Scott Archery. This segment has been brought to you by the Heater Bodysuit. The Heater Bodysuit is the ultimate cold weather hunting garment that allows you to stay on stand longer and sit comfortably. The Heater Bodysuit. You stay warm or your money back.
Not too many other guys can get in here, so we should have less guys driving around and sitting in their truck watching our stand and watching our Big and J. But you never know. We'll get quiet and hope for the best.
It wasn't until the bucks began to move, like this young fellow who unfortunately had lost an eye earlier in a fight. Shortly after, a nice 5x5 that we know well appears, but this year it's a pass again.
It's the fourth day of the late season. First time sitting in this blind this year. I was pretty excited about it until I got here. When I got here, I walked up and great big blood spot. The part that gets me is they stole my trail camera. I'm like, why? You shot a deer, take the deer, go. But no. Now you got to steal a $200 camera. So I'll just have to get another camera and replace it. So.
Even with the commotion earlier at Last Light, Steve encounters this young up-and-comer, but again he decides to pass. Early we have an encounter with a mature buck, the Basket 5. Now only an 8-point, 2 years previous he was a Boone & Crockett Class 5x5, which made the decision easy to pass, hoping that one of these years he'll return to better antler growth.
I was going to leave him go, but we've just had coyotes coming through here all the time wrecking our hunt.
Well, we're back at it again. We'll see what happens. Here's holding out and waiting for some lady luck.
On the last day, Steve has an encounter with this gorgeous buck.
The 4x4 that was in here was one of the target bucks. Yeah, he didn't look as good as I thought he was, so you could see obviously I passed him up. It was cool seeing him anyways. A very nice up and coming young deer. We'll pack up, get out of here, and we'll call her a day.
We've got a lot of nice deer to target, but they're all younger deer that we're just gonna let go, so not too worried about shooting a deer this year. Unless we can line up on one of these older bucks, and there's a couple of them around, but not a lot. But at least we get to sit in a deer stand, watch deer, and wonder what might happen in the next 10 seconds. Because you never know.
Early into my last day sit, we finally see a buck that we call Rocky, a beautiful 170-inch class deer with split brows and a double G3. What an incredible opportunity to watch him push does and work the area for several minutes. Although the decision to pass was made well before Rocky even came through, and even with it being the last day, what a successful way to end an entire season of being in the deer woods. We're so fortunate to live and hunt where we do and get to do what we do and get to just appreciate these incredible animals, tags filled or not, and we can't wait to do it all over again next year.
This segment has been brought to you by Wild Edge and the ultimate climbing system, the Step Ladder. Safely design your climb in any tree, anywhere, with the most versatile, lightweight, and compact climbing system, the Step Ladder. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by these fine sponsors. For exclusive content, follow Dean and the team on Facebook, as well as on Instagram and Twitter @WhitetailDean. To view all past and present episodes of Canadian Whitetail, as well as new original content, visit us on our YouTube and Carbon TV channels. For Canadian Whitetail gear and apparel, visit CanadianWhitetailTV.com.
Audio